wanted to come in with an update. So the landlord's granddaughter has spoken out, and she is saying that, her grandpa called the cops because there's been breaking of windows. And I know that they have vandalized Susan's property. I was aware of that. But she's saying, don't go over there, go to where she's staying. And she didn't out it where this woman is. So there's that. But also she's saying that her grandparents do not support her actions, and that there's rumors floating around that, they're part of the reason that she, was like. Now, before I put stuff out there, I really do try to vet my information and find out. And when I tell you that from the moment we got word of what happened to my cousin, I start immediately talking to neighbors, friends of the neighbors, and people who are always in that area. So I will also share a screen grab of what someone shared with me, which is why I included that in my initial video, but more so also because the landlords, if the police department was getting complaints and cops are always out there or getting called because of this woman, I feel like there was lack of due diligence on getting her evicted. Granddaughter is saying that she was already being evicted for not paying her rent. But where's the accountability for all the trouble that she's causing other people, allegedly? So I will share that as well. And there's been a lot of comments about, oh, you guys need to go over there, protest in front of her house, burn it down. Guys, that community is a small community of 8 duplexes, family units that is made up of mostly single moms and other families. I will never condone y'all going over there to do anything to traumatize those kids furthermore. They've been through enough already. However, there is a protest held by the community, not the family, but being held by the community in downtown Ocala at 2:00. It's a peaceful protest. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to show up to support Adjika. That being said, I will also share this. This is from someone who's best friends with the neighbor that neighbors directly to, but like next to her. And this is why I said what I said in my initial video. It wasn't a rumor. It was told directly to me. And whether that was true or not, this is what was reported back to people in that community. So to the family of the landlords that manage this quote run, I do apologize for any harm. I don't condone that. But there also has to be accountability in all areas. So I do apologize if, you guys are getting threats and your grandparents are being harmed. That was never my intention. We just wanted some accountability on getting that woman evicted. Seems like that's already happening. Also, as far as everyone's like, why did you share her picture if you're not going to do anything about it, Paul? Every day since this has happened, I have been in contact with neighbors, with people in the community, with people who are around and listening out for what's going on. And my whole purpose in sharing who she is because I don't want that woman to ever go anywhere thinking that she is safe and comfortable and just free to live life after what she's done to our family, after what she's done to my cousin's children. I want people to make her feel very uncomfortable. I never want this woman to see another day of peace. I want long suffering. And honestly, even if someone had did something like that, and y'all know what like that means, I feel like that's just too easy. I feel like that's just a get out of jail free card. Someone mentioned in another comment that if she was truly racist, that she already feels accomplished in doing what she did. So it's like she gets to die knowing that she did that before she died. And that just don't sit well with me. So I'm happy that we have identity on her and that people will know who she is no matter where she goes, and that she will be reminded of this always until we get her arrested. And lastly, I want to say thank you to everyone who has been sharing information with me, to everyone who's reached out to me. As far as media requests, I'm going to defer that to Adjika's best friend, Kimberly Jones. You can find her on Facebook. And obviously she was at the press conference. She has been helping the family out with media, with planning and organizing. So if you guys have media requests or you want to talk to someone, please reach out to Kimberly Robinson Jones. And again, the more I find out, the more I will try to share. I'm going to be honest with y'all, though. Your girl is in need of a social media break. This has been very emotionally draining. And as some of you pointed out, I really have not had time to grieve on top of having to take care of my kid. But yes, I do need a break because this has been emotionally draining. And my whole purpose in any and all of this was just to get my cousin's story out there, to bring attention to it, to let people know what's happening. to make sure that the sheriff's department is doing their job and being held accountable. That was my only goal. And obviously to see justice for my cousin. So I do appreciate you all for following me. I did not anticipate the all the things that would come with this. I just knew I wanted to get her story out there. And I promise I will keep you guys updated as I learn more things.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you saw Jai Riggins' Instagram, the cousin of AJ, um, in explaining to you what happened. Basically, what we're seeing is that now the landlord's granddaughter is now speaking out concerning about the Susan apartment, and now reportedly that there's been complaints with the Susan situation from other tenants. Now because of the situation, they don't want kids to be even involved in this. So now they ask, should we protest in front of the apartment? But there's they don't want children already been traumatized enough because of the shooting that happened with AJ. So they don't want no riot or vandalizing her apartment at all. So this is what it is. So again, I'm going to keep you posted on any developments as we speak. But as you can tell, there the landlord's granddaughter is speaking now. Remember, her grandfather was calling the police because there's been a disturbance in her apartment. And that's mainly the reason why she called the police. But he's also said that he was unhappy of what that woman did to AJ. So again, you got the landlord is. The landlord, his granddaughter is speaking out about the situation, and again, it shows you how big this story really is now. You know, I found out, and I'm gonna tell you like this: I found out about this story about Jai Riggins on on TikTok. I scrolled down TikTok, and her story showed up, and that's how I'm following the story. Ever since then, ever since when I posted all on my social media, then you got other people are now following the story. You got the mainstream media is involved in it now because of the story, and then you got other people, YouTube content creators are now following this story. But at the same time, like nobody did not want to hear. If it wasn't for us, this story wouldn't even be coming out. Plain and simple, it wouldn't been coming out. But it took public pressure and to call the Marion County Sheriff's Office. It took public pressure for the Ocala, Florida community. It took pressure from us, people that don't know the family, that send out the story about what happened with AJ. It took us to do it. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud that yes, she has been charged. Susan has been charged, but only with manslaughter. Only with manslaughter. I heard there's going to be more charges pending, but so far it's manslaughter. It should have been first degree murder, but you know how they are when it comes to that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this in the comments, and I'll talk to you in my next video. This is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.